Toni and Troy, Downtown Lockdown, Season 2, Episode 10.
I can't believe everything is still shut down.
I know. It's been several weeks that we have been on this lockdown.
I could definitely get out of the house and stretch my legs.
I could too, but it is the middle of the night.
Come on! It's not like anyone is outside at this time of night. It's perfectly safe.
Okay, fine. Let's walk downtown. Toni and Troy head downtown. As they walk down the dimly lit streets, many retail stores are boarded up and taped off due to a stay-at-home order instituted by the president. Wow, I could really use a haircut.
Yes, you are looking a bit rough around the edges today.
Don't be such a jerk.
That's my line. Do you smell that?
Oops, sorry.
No, not that. I still smell the barbecue restaurant. That's how good the food was.
Yep, that's very good barbecue. It was our favorite restaurant. The wait staff was friendly, the food was affordable, and delicious.
It sucks that everything is closed. I feel really bad for all these small businesses.
Tell me about it. But at least it's a beautiful night.
Do you hear that?
Yes, it seems like it's coming from the back alley. Toni and Troy sneak to the back of the building and peek around. There are two guys coming out of the building with large red oil cans.
Okay, drop the match.
The fire is lit and it quickly spreads into and across the building.
Let's get out of here.
They take off running.
Uh-oh, we better call 911.
Let's get out of here before this place explodes! Toni and Troy run home and call 911. The fire department is already on their way. The next day on the news,
2 people were seen on the hidden camera at the business next door. Police are looking for 2 arsonists that seem to have targeted the famous barbecue restaurant downtown. Frustration and tension has been rising over the last few months between the owners and real estate developers. Owners of the buildings have refused to sell their properties to prevent the area from being turned into luxury apartments and condos.
Let's go downtown and see what we can do to help. Toni and Troy head downtown, and the owner of the famous barbecue restaurant is there talking to police.
I can't believe my family business is gone.
We are reviewing the cameras from neighborhood businesses. We will catch who did this. Toni and Troy walk up to Mr. Burnett. Hi, Mr. Burnett. I am sorry about the loss of your family business. Is there anything we can do to help?
I'm afraid not. My business is burned to the ground. Those pesky real estate developers, they did this and the camera will confirm this.
Let's not jump to conclusions. We will help catch the villains.
Don't you see? The developers wanted all of us small business owners to sell. This is their way of forcing us to sell. It saved them the demolition expense.
This is definitely disheartening. We really love the barbecue restaurant. Are you going to open in another location?
I think it's time for me to retire. This is the best location in town, which is why so many people are fighting over it. I am going to collect my insurance and continue social distancing at home with my family. This will take a long time for us to get over.
I am sorry to hear this. We will help you find these guys. We saw them last night, but it was too late.
What? You saw them? Why didn't you say anything?
Everything happened so quickly. By the time we realized what was going on, the fire was already started. We didn't expect to see anyone outside during the lockdown, especially in the middle of the night.
Well, you know what they say. Nothing good happens after midnight.
Can you help us identify the guys?
I don't know. They had masks on their face. They ran off so quickly.
Okay, well, we should have all the video ready for review by this evening. Come down to the police station and view the tapes.
No problem.
I am going to head home now. Thanks so much for your help.
Toni and Troy also begin to walk home and wait for the police to contact them to view the recordings.
Don't you think it's a little odd that Mr. Burnett just lost his family business and all he wants to do is cash out?
A little bit, but I wouldn't want to open a business right now anyway. Everything is shut down, and businesses are hurting to make revenue.
That's true, but for a family business that has been around for generations in the best location, he could take the insurance money and rebuild something bigger and better. He's not that old to retire.
Not everyone wants to work until their hair is completely gray and they have to use a walker to get around. I think it's great he wants to retire early. I hope I get to do the same thing.
I don't know. He rubbed me the wrong way. And did you see his hair today?
His hair? Well, the hair places are closed. How do you expect his hair to look?
Not like that!
Well, with the money he's going to get from his insurance claim, he can afford to wear his hair however he likes. Toni and Troy arrive home and relax. Hours later, they receive a text from the police precinct. They head downtown and arrive at the police station. Here's the footage we pulled from the cameras in the area.
The one guy looks very familiar, but I can't put my finger on where I've seen him.
Stop lying. You can't see anything. Their faces are covered.
Don't be such a jerk. He has a certain disposition about him, like he doesn't want to do this. He looks uncomfortable and his eyes look familiar.
You are delusional. What are you doing here?
I came to look at the footage to see if I can help. They continue to look at the footage. I think I know who that is. He works for me.
What? Someone who works for you burned down your restaurant?
Yes, he was not very happy. He was furloughed. His name is Alan. I am 100% sure. Well, let's go make an arrest. Mr. Burnett positively identifies Alan. He is a waiter at the restaurant and was one of many furloughed employees. Alan is now in a jail cell. Mr. Burnett went to talk to Alan to ask him why he burned down the barbecue restaurant. Well, I just spoke to Alan. He admitted everything. I am glad he will be spending a long time in jail where he belongs. Mr. Burnett walks away and heads home. Troy and Toni walk up to the jail cell and speak to Alan.
Hi, Alan. What happened? I thought you loved the barbecue restaurant.
Alan doesn't respond. He just sits there with his head down in shame. Alan, how can we help you? What was your motive?
My family.
No offense, but I don't see how committing crimes helps your family. You have a wife and kids at home. Why would you put that in jeopardy?
I wasn't working. My family needs food and I was promised they would take care of my family. They paid us $5,000 apiece. Whoa, $5,000? Who paid you? Who made you do this? I can't say. They said they would hurt my family. Whoa, this just crossed a terrible line. It crossed a line when I agreed to this. I don't know why this happened.
You made a wrong decision. If you tell us who put you up to this, we can drag them down and get you a lighter sentence.
Really? You can help me?
Well, we aren't lawyers, so don't expect us to create a miracle, but we will do everything in our power to help. Alan walks over to Toni and Troy. The jail cell bars are between them, and he whispers something in their ears. Both of their mouths drop open in shock. They run over to the police that were helping them review the footage. I think we have a big problem on our hands. What's going on?
We don't know who to believe, but Alan says Mr. Burnett paid them to burn down the restaurant.
Now that doesn't make sense. He is a decorated member of the community, and that restaurant has been in their family for generations. Why would he do such a thing? That's what we have to find out. I have an idea. Toni and Troy head to Mr. Burnett's house. It's a large and beautiful home. It has gorgeous landscaping, breathtaking curb appeal, and in a gated community. Mr. Burnett answers the door.
What can I help you with? I am grieving with my family.
Interesting. Grieving because your business burned down? Or grieving because you paid your employees to burn it down?
What are you talking about? Get off my property, you little crumb snatchers!
Crumb snatchers? Looking at the size of your belly, looks like you've been eating all the crumbs.
We aren't going anywhere. We know you burned down the barbecue restaurant. I didn't burn down my restaurant. You saw those two punks burn it down.
Because you put them up to it. You took advantage of their desperation.
Mr. Burnett's mouth drops open.
Who told you that nonsense? So you admit it? No, I do not. Alan worked for me. He admitted everything. He was upset because of the whole virus situation and the lockdown. He needed the money.
Money? We didn't say anything about money. You are busted.
Yes, you did.
No, we mentioned that you put them up to it, but we didn't say anything about a payment. The truth is that you need the money. The business was failing, and a little fire was a way to collect the insurance money and get out of debt.
Mr. Burnett's mouth drops open. The police jump out of the bushes and arrest Mr. Burnett on the spot.
I don't know how you two caught me.
It was your hair.
What does my hair have to do with anything?
Only an idiot would walk around with a hairstyle like that. This whole scheme you set up just screamed idiot. Looks like you'll be moving to a new gated community.
Watch your mouth!
If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe